Hello everyone! So today we are back for a new round of exercising, and today I thought we are going to exercise with everything that we can find in the garden, on the terrace, on the balcony or in the backyard. We are going to exercise today with chairs, with tables, with broomsticks, with whatever I could find. I don't really have a yard, so I don't have a lot of equipment, but you will see that even with this stuff we can do a really nice workout. I will now show you the different things and what we can do with them, and then afterwards we are going to put them together into a real-time workout. Have fun and enjoy! So this is the stuff I found. So as you can see, we have 2 chairs, we have a little bit of tiny stuff, bird food and a bottle, and we have a bucket, we have 2 broomsticks, we have a bench, we have my backpack, and we have a table. So I guess this is something everyone has at home. Just make sure that the chairs are stable if you're going to use them. So off we go for the chair or the bench. First thing, of course, that comes to mind is a push-up. Since I have a little bit an elevated position, the push-up will be easier than when I do it on the floor. When I have a garden bench like this one, I can be even more flexible with my push-ups. Taking the feet more outside makes the push-up easier. Taking the hands in and out gives me more variations and works different muscles. The same movement becomes more difficult if I elevate my feet onto the bench or the chair. So now my feet are higher than my arms and the whole thing is much more complicated than before. Still make sure that your hip and your upper body is in one line and you are not dropping the hip. Go slowly down and put your weight on the hands. If you own a stable piece of garden equipment like I have here, you can obviously also use it for jumping on it. So standing in front of it, jump up and land softly. If you're not sure with the jumping, you can also just stand up and step on it. So you stand in front of it, you put one foot on the chair or on the bench, and you just step on it, and you want to, of course, switch legs right and left. So this would be the first step into jumping onto the bench. Another nice variation that works your hamstrings is putting one foot on the chair and coming into a high plank, then putting the hands again back and up and going again all the way down. If you're not sure with the all the way down thing, you can also just keep the foot on the chair, put your hands on the ground and come back and up without doing the whole plank business. So, and then here our last movement, trying to come up and get down on the chair with only one leg. So I have stretched one leg to the front, only the heel is touching, and now I try to use as little momentum as possible and coming up and down. And of course I alternate the movement. You can see my left leg is much weaker than the right leg, and you try to make this look as elegant as possible. Next piece of equipment is the small stuff. How do we include bird food into our workout? This is great for warming up. As you can see, I've just put all the stuff in one line and I use it now to walk or run around it in different ways. You can go slow, you can go fast. I chose here to kind of shuffle right and left. There is no real right or wrong here, so do whatever comes to mind as long as you keep moving. So now I run backwards. I try not to knock over the bird food because the bird food is open. This would not be so much fun. And then, of course, you can also walk on your fours. Walking on your fours is always a great way to include the core muscles into the warm-up. You would want to spend 5 minutes with all these different movements. So here I chose the opposite way of walking on my fours. So my stomach is pointing to the ceiling. And this is a very, very nice warm-up and workout for the arms. And then you can also obviously hop on one leg and change at every marker that you meet. So really there is no right and wrong. Do whatever comes to your mind. Next, I picked only 2 of these things and I just shuffle from right to left and I touch the ground. You can again do this fast or slow. So I can also walk slowly and touch only the markers. Then I don't have to go so much down. Or I can go as fast as I can and touch the ground right and left. And then I can change, I can do a plank, shuffle right and left. So off we go to the broomsticks and the bucket. As you can see, I have built little obstacle course here with the broomsticks and the bucket, and now I use it to kind of coordinate hands and legs. Again, there is no real right or wrong here. First I run a little bit over them without tripping, then I can jump over them. You can try to walk backwards, you can try to jump sideways. Yeah, whatever comes to your mind. You can try to be a bit flexible with the different distances, so you can put them far apart, you can put them closer together. If you have more than 2 broomsticks, you can obviously also make a longer obstacle course. Now I've put them on the floor and I just want to practice to jump over them. So the broomsticks are very nice because nothing happens when you really hit them, so when you go a little bit too far. It's great fun to jump over broomsticks, I tell you. It brings back all the childhood memories. So wherever your distance is, you go, you jump, and then you can move them more out, more in. And when you jump on one of them, then you will feel that it's not a very big deal. So off we go for the table. What can we do with a table in a workout? A table is actually really fun because I don't know when that was the last time that you climbed under a table. Of course, the fun thing is that you don't put your knees on the ground, but you try to go through it like this. So you just try not to touch the table and move it like 50 meters. And you can then build a whole line with it. So I've used my 2 chairs here. I've put them on the floor. And then you jump over the chair, you stop, you climb under the table, you make it look elegant. You try to leave the chair, you come up again, and you jump again over the chair. Again, this was like so difficult, but so much fun. Again, we go here under the table, we make it look elegant, and then immediately you come up and jump. So, and now the backpack in the workout. How do we use it? We take it on our back, of course, and then we run from one end to the other. And we go into a plank. So you just put 2 markers, whatever you have. And then you come up, you run again to the other side. Yes, I know it looks weird how I'm running. I'm running like a duck. But I tell you, this backpack was really heavy, heavy, heavy. So as a warm-up, I picked here the exercises in the slalom, so you can do this here as well. So running through the slalom, right and left, up and down, you can really choose whatever movement you want. You can start slowly warming up, just walking around, then starting running, then going sideways, going backwards, going on your fours, going on one leg, hopping up and down. So be creative here and just put your watch on like 5 minutes so that you keep moving for 5 minutes and then move over to the broomsticks where we are going to do some jumping. And also with the broomsticks, you can be very creative. So you choose as many broomsticks as you have, and you just jump over them, you walk over them, you step over them, you put them in different distances, and again you put your watch on 5 minutes so that you spend all together 5 minutes jumping over the broomsticks, doing wide hops over the broomsticks, stepping over them, whatever comes to your mind. And then we meet for the workout. For the workout, we will need an obstacle course with the 2 chairs and the table, and we will need a bench and a backpack. And off you go. As always, when you hear the bell, you start going. So whatever you have chosen for your obstacle course, you go over the chair, under the table, over the chair, under the table, till you hear the bell again. Okay, we go into our 15-second break now. The next movement is a slalom. You can choose whatever movement you want. You just want to keep it for 15 seconds. I chose here walking with my stomach towards the sky. Off you go. And then we go into our 15-second break. So our next movement will be the one with the backpack and the plank. So put on your backpack, get ready, put your 2 markers in place, or use the 2 markers we just had for the slalom. And you go and get ready, and then off you go. Okay, our next movement is with the bench. So we want to step or jump on the bench. So you can either use a bench or a chair if the chair is stable. So stand in front of it, get rid of the backpack, and go. Okay, our next movement also includes the bench or the chair. You want to put 1 foot on the chair, stand with your back toe to the chair, and then either put your hands on the ground or go into a plank and go. So now off to our last movement. So we are going to shuffle right and left. So use again the slalom you have built before and just go right and left as quickly as you can and touch the 2 markers and go. that's it for a workout. This was one round. We had 8 exercises, 45 seconds. Now, you can do this round either once or you can do it even 3 times. When you do it 3 times, you have like altogether then a 45-minute workout. And you work the whole body, and as you see, you don't need a lot of equipment, you just need whatever you can find in your garden. I hope I see you next week.